I think Kevin came in with expertise in bankruptcy, and he wanted to fix that balance sheet. We had all this debt on our balance sheet, and that precipitated his coming in. We had an agreement and an understanding that he would come in and focus on that and leave the running of the city, the day-to-day running of the city to the administration. That has not happened, and so I'm very frustrated about that, and I've got a bevy of department heads that are really frustrated because they're not sure who they report to, they're not sure what they're supposed to be doing, and that's not a way to run the city.
What would you like to see happen? Do you feel maybe you're not included as much as you should be in some of these day-to-day decision makings? What would some of your solutions be to Kevin?
My solutions are I would suggest that the legislature, as well as my office, should still be running city government on a day-to-day basis. And if in fact we're not moving the ball as fast and as well as people think we should, he can come in and do some different things. But what's happening now is we've got a lot of outside consultants that are taking the place of some of our department heads. They know absolutely nothing about the department or running the city services. And I think we've gone backwards, quite frankly, in terms of services, which were already poor. And when you look at the 7 months that he's been here, I don't see where the results are forthcoming.
How does this bode with the new mayor coming in office in January? He's going to have to forge a partnership, isn't he?
Yeah, but it takes two for a partnership. And, my ego is not bruised at all. My whole thing was, look, we've got to do what's best and what's right for the citizens of Detroit. When it was apparent that an emergency manager was coming in, there was no sense to continue to try to fight that. Let's see what we can do to work together. We have some resources in terms of people that know what they're doing. Take those people, integrate them with some of the resources that you can bring, and let's better, I think, get services to our citizens, and that hasn't happened.
Can you be more specific on the services that have suffered as a result of this non-inclusive
Partnership.
Well, the first thing I would say is public safety. I was at the Detroit Regional Chamber this morning speaking, and we had business people saying that, we still are not getting the kind of services we need from the police department, from the EMS department, from the fire department. We're not getting what we need from different departments in the city. The bus schedules aren't where they need to be. The lights aren't what you said where they're going to be. The lights should have been turned. Some of the lights should have been turned on by now because going back to December of last year, the legislation was passed. And so everybody's pretty frustrated because everybody thought things were going to happen quicker than they have.
I was going to say, haven't these been issues that we've been dealing with for quite some time?
Absolutely. We talked about regional transportation. That legislation was passed in December of last year. Where are we with that? I'm told that the M1 project is still online to get the ground broken yet this calendar year, so that's a plus. But I think the things that our citizens want and need every day is public safety. That's got to get better, quicker. I think the lighting situation is an adjunct to public safety. I believe that transportation, where so many of our citizens don't have private transportation, they depend on public transportation, we've got to give them that. Their jobs are no longer in the city, they're outside of the city. The blight that we've been dealing with. I say we want to tear down 10,000 homes. We're about 8,600 at this point. I think we'll get there, but there's so much more to do. The recreation centers, the parks, the things that impact our people on a day-to-day basis. We need to focus on those things and get them done.